You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, like, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and
if there's one match from Rafa's story where you think that was a missed opportunity, there was a big chance.
We have matches,
2
or 3 in Australian Open. No more. We lose the opportunity in Wimbledon against Djokovic in semi-final.
2018.
Then we lose the opportunity, more important because that was semi-final. We lose the opportunity in Australian Open. In the Australian Open 2014, 2012 and 2017.
Yeah.
In 14 because he has an injury against Wawrinka that before he had never lose against him. Then with Djokovic and Federer, he had breakup in the 5th.
Yeah.
And 40-30 or 30-50. I don't remember well. It was a ball very close, goes up. But this is what happened. There was in Roland Garros 2009. Of course, he I am sure that he won. He will win. He won this tournament when he has no problems in his knee, because at this moment he was the best. He won Australian Open, then he won the tournaments on clay, and he arrived with problems in Roland Garros. For this reason, in my opinion, he lose. But there are others time that maybe he has to lose and he won.
If there's one match from Rafa's story where you think that was a missed opportunity, there was a big chance.
We have matches,
2
or 3 in Australian Open. No more. We lose the opportunity in Wimbledon against Djokovic in semi-final.
2018.
Then we lose the opportunity, more important because that was semi-final. We lose the opportunity in Australian Open. In the Australian Open 2014, 2012 and 2017.
Yeah.
In 14 because he has an injury against Wawrinka that before he had never lose against him. Then with Djokovic and Federer, he had breakup in the 5th.
Yeah.
And 40-30 or 30-50. I don't remember well. It was a ball very close, goes up. But this is what happened. there was in Roland Garros 2009. Of course, I am sure that he won. He will he won this tournament when he has no problems in his knee, because at this moment he was the best. He won Australian Open, then he won the tournaments on clay, and he arrived with problems in Roland Garros. For this reason, in my opinion, he loses. But there are others time that maybe he has to lose and he won.
If there's one match from Rafa's story. Hello, everyone.
Ready? Play. Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in from. I am here with Taylor Fritz against Artur Rinderknech on my TV in front of me. I'll be keeping you across both this match and also, of course, Alexander Zverev, who's involved in the night match in Paris against Alex Molcan. I'll be keeping you across both of those matches and any of the other remaining action. We're going to have a quick look across those remaining matches, actually. Taylor Fritz, by the way, is 40-15 up on his serve. It is love all right at the beginning of that match. So let's share some of the latest scores with you. I can see Cerundolo is a set and a break up on Hanfmann. Don't know if that surprises any of you. By the way, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. So let's get some of these scores up for you on the screen. Yes, so we've got Rinderknech and Fritz involved in their first game. It's 40-30 at the moment to the Americans. Zverev and Molcan have yet to get underway. They'll be getting underway any moment. Cerundolo and Hanfmann is the only other match, I believe, that is currently in play, at least on the singles side, because Giron has beaten Lehetska. I don't know if that surprised anybody. Yeah. Anyway, Tommy Paul has gone out. I don't think that is a big surprise, despite the fact he's the 16th seed. Jarry is a bit of an expert on this surface. By the way, Rinderknech has got Fritz back to deuce, even though, of course, just a moment ago it was 40 love. Oh, we've got Andriescu against Navarro as well, about to get underway. So I will keep across these three matches for you. This is the French Open live coverage, of course. And as I say, make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Before Navarro and Andrescu get underway, let's share these three. Let's leave it these two at the moment because they're the only two matches actually in play. Rinderknech, by the way, now has a break point. It is advantage to the Frenchman. Sip of water necessary. Yep, Rinderknech has a break point. So, and the first serve, by the way, from Fritz has clipped the net and gone long. Let me know in the live chat, by the way, what you think about some of the day's action. And by the way, of course, don't forget to tune into the last ball drops, which will be on as the last ball drops, basically. We'll probably finish this live action tonight. And then we'll probably have about a 1 minute break between the two shows. Oh, and Rinderknech has had a really good volley, a really easy volley, I should say, on top of the net, but he's put it wide in the tram lines. Will Fritz make him pay? Well, we are back to deuce at least. So, yes, deuce on the Fritz serve. Fritz, of course, had lost 4 points in a way. He won the first 3 points. He then went on to lose the next 4. But can he go on to hold? Serve goes out wide. Forehand return is into the net. It's a good serve there from Fritz. And he brings up game point. for himself. Let me know where you're tuning in from, by the way, which part of the world you are in, and also who you're supporting. And we are back to deuce. So this game has already incurred 3 deuces. Do you like that? 3 deuces incurred. And it's now advantage Rinderknech. So he's got his second break point. Don't forget, in this game, which was already clicked over to 6 minutes, this could be a long night, by the way. Don't forget, of course, Fritz was up 40-love in this game. He's now facing his second break point. Second serve as well. He's gone long and wide. And Rinderknech has broken, ladies and gentlemen. Rinderknech has broken. Going to add this poll. I want to know if you are watching the match or merely listening to us. Merely tuning in to Talking Tennis. Are you watching the match or just tuning in to Talking Tennis? Watching on TV, listening to Talking Tennis, or no access, rely on Talking Tennis? So let's put that poll out there to the masses. So there goes the poll. Talking of polls, Iga Swiatek went through in straight sets today. Taylor Fritz is a breakdown. Let's have a quick look around some of the other scores as well. Cerundolo remains a breakup on Hanfmann, and Zverev and Molcan still yet to get underway. What about Andreescu? How is she getting on? She's won the first game, which included a break of serve. We've also got Sorenko against Davis. By the way, Sorenko, of course, who knocked out Krejcikova in the first round. Hi, Ghosty. Well, Tiafoe winning today. Yeah, exactly. I thought Giron and Tiafoe would lose to Lehecka and Karatsev, but that part of the draw has really opened up. I'd be interested to know, who of you out there, who have you got making the French Open final? Because there is going to be one of the following players in the French Open final: Taylor Fritz, Arthur Rinderknech, Daniel Altmaier, Wild or Vilch or Vuj, you know, the guy who beat Medvedev. Holger Rune, of course. Who else is in this half of the draw? I should probably know. Who else has won today? Well, you just mentioned Giron. So one of these guys is going to be in the French Open final. I'm sure I'm missing, of course, a few other candidates. Let's have a quick look at some of the results from today. Alex Zverev, of course, Molcan, Cerundolo or Hanfmann, more likely Cerundolo, given the way the match is panning out at the moment. One of these guys is going to be in the French Open final. Think about it. Tiafoe, who I already mentioned. Zhang. Sebot Vilch. Dimitrov. Can you imagine Grigor Dimitrov finally in a Grand Slam final? The baby fed. Nishioka. These are all people in one half of the draw. Now, Altmaier as well will be going into that match. Like Casper Ruud, I mean, is he got lucky again? Is the draw going to open up for him like it did last year? Maybe. I mean, he's one of the more established ones. Coric emerging in 5 sets over Cashin today. By the way, Taylor Fritz now has 2 break points on the Rinderknech serve to get that immediate break back. Yeah. You have a lady love, Ghosty. I was not aware. Goes down the T there. Goodwell save one of those break points, Rinderknech. I guess you're on Team Taylor today then, Ghosty. By the way, these first 2 games, pretty lengthy. Coco Gauff, of course, went through today in straight sets. How far do you have her going? Bianca Andreescu is already up a break. So Rondeau is on the verge of a 2 sets to love lead. By the way, for those of you tuning in wondering why, and by the way, Fritz has squandered another break point and it's back to deuce. For those of you wondering, why isn't he going crazy about Daniel Altmaier? Trust me, my Twitter feed today was going crazy about Daniel Altmaier and Jannik Sinner, of course, who were involved in an epic. And of course, we will be unpacking, unraveling, undoing. Does that even make sense? That match among all the big action from today in the last ball drops with Damien. In an undetermined amount of time. Undetermined or undeterminable? You know what I mean. It's coming up later tonight anyway, as and when that last ball drops, as the title suggests. By the way, nice little forehand down the line there from Taylor, meaning he's got break point. Indeed, Ghosty, indeed. For those of you just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's see. Oh, nice ace there from Rinderknech, saving another break point. So that's 3 break points he saved. This one could well be a bit of an epic. Bearing in mind, we're about 15 minutes in and we haven't finished the second game yet. Indeed, Ghosty. I'm not sure if that needs an asterisk. I don't think it does. How many subscribers are we at now? Ooh, 2,039, which ironically is 16 years into the future. The year 2039. You do the maths. Fritz has another break point. It's 4th one of this game. Sinner today, by the way, squandered a lot of break points. Of course, he had 2 match points in the 4th set on his serve, one of which went a begging courtesy of a net cord, but he was a bit timid on the smash. Rinderknech saves that break point as well with an ace to the chagrin of Taylor. Yeah. Okay, now Rinderknech goes down the tee. Backhand return is good depth on that return from Taylor. Coming into the net, Rinderknech. That's not a good volley, though, from the Frenchman. Oh, but he's won the point. He's won the point after a bit of cat and mouse at the net. Taylor will be disappointed he didn't win the point there. So now it's game point for the Frenchman. Of course, he's getting a lot of support, as you may expect, on Susan Longlen. Over on Philippe Chatrier, we have Molcan against Zverev. I make Zverev the favorite there, but really that could go either way in many respects. But I would expect the German to prevail. Talking of prevailing, Sorondolo is on the verge of winning the second set. And Rinderknech holds a nice serve and volley there, and he gesticulates to the crowd, seeking support. Not that he needs it. 2 games to love now for the Frenchman. So these are the 3 matches on the men's side that still have to be decided today. On the women's side, we've got Andriescu is up a double break. Davis and Surenko, this second game of this second set must be either an epic or there is some sort of injury to one of the 2 players. I'm not sure what's going on because they've been at 1-love for quite some time, unless my scoreboard is frozen. Looks like Zverev and Molcan are still warming up, so they've been taking their time. Yeah, Hanfmann in big trouble. Yeah, Andriescu, double break. She's got a double break up on her advantage, Navarro. Okay, talking of double breaks, Fritz is love 15 and 2-love down. Good depth there on the return from Rinderknech. Good defense from Rinderknech. Now he's in the rally, is he? But he's wasted that. He goes for the moon ball, but in the end it goes so far up that it went beyond the moon and almost hit Pluto. The planet, not the dog. And if you call it a Pluto, if you call it a planet, I know some people call it a rock, whatever. We're here to talk tennis, not astronomy. Fortunately, there's been a few people joining the chat. Hi, Sean. Yes, he did indeed. It was fantastic and richly deserved. Backhand from Taylor goes long, does it? It does. A fairly underwhelming start for the American. He is 2-love down and 15-30. So I want to know, now we've got a few people in the chat, I want to know who on the men's, on this side of the draw, who do you have making the French Open final? Who do you have? On this side of the men's draw, one of the following is going to be in the final. It's going to be a lengthy list of names, so be patient with me. One of these is going to be in the French Open final. Taylor Fritz, Arthur Rinderknech, Molcan, Zverev, Cerundolo, Hanfmann, Rune, Jarry, Giron, Olivieri, Tiafoe, Sejboc Vuj, you know what I mean, the Daniel Medvedev conqueror, Zhang, Dimitrov, a.k.a. Baby Fred, Nishioka, Casper Ruud, Altmaier, Coric, or Echeverry. One of that select group in 9 days from now, will be gracing the Philippe Chatrier court and potentially winning the French Open title. Really, Sean? Really? Sorry, Ghosty. I've heard a lot of things about the American streaming at the moment in the US. And Rinderknech, by the way, has broken again. 3-love. 3-love, ladies and gentlemen. Double break for Artur. Well. It's a long way back now for Taylor in this set. Almost 20 minutes in. Wow. We would definitely be reducing that lengthy list I just mentioned to you. We'll definitely be reducing it by 3 over the next couple of hours because one of Rinderknech and Fritz will be coming off the list, as will one of Molcan and Zverev, as will one of Hanfmann and Cerundolo. Right now, that looks like it's going to be Hanfmann coming off the list because he was a set and a break down. In fact, last I saw, now it's done. 2 sets to love, Cerundolo. Boom, boom, boom. Zverev and Molcan still warming up. Yeah, that's the big question. If I think all the variables that go with 5 sets and 7 matches across 2 weeks, all the variables, that particular variable regarding stamina and health and fitness and endurance, then Rune would be a warm favorite amongst that group. However, as we saw today with Jannik Sinner, That is a big question, and one that Sinner has been failing to answer now for 3 years, I would argue, since his French Open run when in 2020 in the winter, so almost 3 years anyway. I know he's played some epic he played an epic 5-setter or 2 epic 5-setters back to back last year at the US Open, but he lost the second one, don't forget. You do the maths. Rune or Rude? Rude, by the way, sharing the same name, indeed the same spelling as the famous Manchester United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rooney. Lots of things going on there, Ghosty. Rinderknech is 15 love up on his serve. 3 love, 15 love. Couldn't have been any better this start for the Frenchman. As he seeks a 4 love lead. He's serving. Goes to the backhand of Taylor. Backhand drop shot is erratic from Rinderknech. Goes into the tram line. Maybe this is Djokovic's year. My turn. Okay. Holger Rune. I had him in my final at the beginning of the tournament. And given the departures of Jannik Sinner and Daniel Medvedev in the last couple of days, I would have to go for Holger Rune. But a huge asterisk, because his performance in the first round was patchy, sketchy, not great. Talking of which, that was a terrible second serve there from Rinderknech. And it's 15:30. Taylor's box fist pumping the double fault. Zverev just hasn't shown that level of consistency for 12 months. Otherwise, you'd definitely have him in your, in the latter stages and potentially in the final. The Zverev a year ago, if he'd been on the other side of the draw, would have made the final. He may have made the final anyway had he not got injured, but something we'll never know. Anyway, Rinderknech 30 all on his serve. Fritz forehand return. Good depth, was it? No, it's too long. It's too long from Taylor. So it's game point for a 4 love lead for the Frenchman. Yeah, Tiafoe would be great, but I mean, it depends on who Tiafoe would be playing in the final. I would fear for anyone except for Holger Rune. I would fear for anyone in this half of the draw against Djokovic or Alcaraz. By the way, second serve points won from Arthur Rinderknech, 0. He's not won a single point on his second serve. He's on his second serve here, though, and I think he's about to win this point, is he? Comes into the net. No, a lovely little dinked passing shot, just like sending the goalkeeper wrong way at a penalty. Just like some of those penalties last night in the Europa League final. Just dinked this, sending him the wrong way. Boom. Boom. Oh, Zverev is up a break already on Molcan. So, yeah. Listen, there's a big chance for some of these players. I mean, it's Stefanos Tsitsipas must be cursing his luck to be on the wrong side of the draw, if you like, because I think if he was on this half, he'd be very much in amongst those players. But given that I think Tsitsipas is on course for an Alcaraz quarterfinal, I believe. Obviously, it's a lot of tennis to be played, and tomorrow night will be Alcaraz against Shapovalov. Djokovic as well against David Fokina. We're going to be bringing you a lot of tennis again tomorrow. I know we've got Jamie who's going to be doing a commentary in the afternoon. Let's have a quick look at tomorrow's schedule as well, by the way. We've got a game point for Rinderknech, which he has squandered, so it's deuce. Yes, so tomorrow's schedule. Let's start with the women. On Susan Longlen. Let's share this on the screen, shall we? So on Susan Longland tomorrow, we begin with Stearns against Kazatkina, followed by Mertens against Pegula, then Pavlyuchenkova against Potapova will be on court 14, and Philippe Chatrier gets underway with Rakimova against Sabalenka. Yeah, at 1 o'clock. Oh, Philippe Chatrier, the first match is Mertens against Pegula. And finishing up on Simon Mathieu, we've got Mukova against Bergu, Stevens against Putin-Saver. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women's singles matches tomorrow. Rinderknech, by the way, and Fritz are back on juice again. Let me know in the live chat which of those matches is most exciting for you. As I say, we'll be bringing you, I don't know specifically which matches. I think Djokovic, Fokina will definitely be something we bring you tomorrow. One way or another, we'll bring that match, and maybe 1 or 2 others as well. We'll see. So make sure you hit the like button on this video, but also subscribe and click the notification bell, and come and join us for some of the live action tomorrow. Anyway, live action this evening, deuce between Rinderknech and Taylor Fritz. Are we going to have a game point or a break point? Fritz is in charge of this rally, but he squanders that advantage he had during the rally by putting his forehand wide. Game point for the Frenchman. Tomorrow on the men's side, we will have Khachanov against Kokkinakis beginning play on Simone Mathieu. And then we'll have Sonego against Rublev on Susan Longlen. And then Fognini against Offner. Djokovic, Fokina will be on Philippe Chatrier after at least one women's match anyway. And Musetti, Camnori as well tomorrow on Simone Mathieu. Schwartzman, Tsitsipas, by the way. I mean, that would have been a sort of, both of those were semi-finalists in 2020 at the French Open. Both were quarterfinalists in 2021. And one of them is going to be a fourth roundist in 2023. Varias Hurkacz is also on, and the night match tomorrow night, so the last match on Philippe Chatrier, will be Alcaraz Shapovalov. So there we go. Yep, Jamie with the beard, indeed. And Rinderknech has held, so it's 4-love to the Frenchman. Let's have a quick look around some of the other matches to see where the action is at, because really Rinderknech is very much in charge of this first set. Cerundolo is very much in charge of his match against Hanfmann, and Zverev is up an early break on Molcan. What about Bianca Andreescu? How is she doing? She remains a double break up. I'm wondering what has happened in Sorenko against Davis. Are they still playing? Because that has been jammed at 1-love for far too long a time. It was a walkover. Davis retired. So Sorenko is through. I probably should have known that from looking at some of the matches for tomorrow. But anyway, there we go. Yes, indeed. Davidovich Fokina against Djokovic. Exciting. And we are at a changeover. So here on Talking Tennis, we will have a brief break to remind you of what is coming up in a couple of hours and is on every single day during the French Open. Coming to you every evening, night, day, depending on where you are in the world, will be The Last Ball Drops. This will be a show on Talking Tennis as soon as that ball drops on the last match of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, or night at Roland Garros, probably on Philippe Chatrier. We will go live with a review of the day's play. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell That way, as soon as we go live, you'll get the notification, you can come and join us, and you'll get to hear the thoughts of people such as Mario, Damien, Jack, Nick, many more, maybe even me from time to time. You know the drill. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon. Coming to you every evening, night, day, depending on where you are in the world, will be The Last Ball Drops. This will be a show on talking tennis as soon as that ball drops on the last match of the day, morning, afternoon, evening or night at Roland Garros, probably on Philippe Chatrier. We will go live with a review of the day's play. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way, as soon as we go live, you'll get the notification, you can come and join us, and you'll get to hear the thoughts of people such as Mario, Damien, Jack, Nick, many more, maybe even me from time to time. You know the drill. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon. And we are back. Yes, she did. Surenko did win after Davis withdrew or retired. So it's a walkover for Surenko. She was up 6-3, 1-love at the time. So Surenko is through. And yeah, but Bianca is very much, I can see someone saying, go Bianca in the chat. Bianca Andreescu very much in charge of her match. She's won the first set 6-1. So that is the only match left on the WTA side. On the ATP side of the draw, Rinderknech is up 4-1 with Fritz. So Fritz has won his first game because he held serve in the most recent game. Cerundolo very much in charge of his match against Hanfmann. He's 2-love up and they are on serve. And Zverev remains a break up on Molcan, but he's in a bit of an epic game there at the fourth game. So yeah, these are the men's match. My microphone was off for some reason. My microphone was off. But anyway, I'm back with you now. Yeah, so these are the matches still underway. On the men's side, I was just explaining what was going on elsewhere around the draw. Fritz has got his first game on the board. Rinderknech is 30-love up, though, on his service. He's 6-5-1 lead. Hanfmann very much in charge of his match against... Sorry, Cerundolo very much in charge of his match against Hanfmann. Andreescu has won the first set, so I can see some support for the Canadian in the live chat. For some reason, my mic is intermittent, but hopefully I am back with you now on a permanent basis. Sorry for the audio issues. Fingers crossed. Now you can even see me. Fingers crossed that these audio issues will not repeat. It's 5-1 to Rinderknech, by the way. So a double break advantage that he has. Good forehand there from Taylor. Taylor now going for the drop shot, and it works. Lovely. Very smooth. Make sure you hit the like button, by the way, for those of you just joining us. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Will we get to 2,050 subscribers by the end of this show? Could be a bit optimistic. We're 11 away from 2,050. Rinderknech goes for the lob, doesn't work. Then goes for the passing shot. That doesn't work either. 30-love Taylor Fritz. 30-love, ladies and gentlemen. And Zverev has held serve, so he's at 3-1 now against Molcan. And Andreescu has held serve at the beginning of her second set with Navarro. What do you think about Coco Gauff, by the way, at this tournament, but also in her match today? Very comfortable, more comfortable than I anticipated. Okay, Rinderknech is erratic. Actually, Rinderknech has been, in fact, both players have been erratic. I mean, I just mentioned that lengthy list of potential finalists. On this performance, despite the fact Rinderknech is a double breakup, I don't see either of these players getting to the French Open final. But like I said, I don't see Holger Rune making the French Open final on the basis of his performance against Eubanks the other day. But then who is? If Rune's not going to get there either. And Rune can improve. Double fault from Taylor Fritz, 40-15. KC, Allez Arthur. And has Taylor Fritz held? Yes, he has for 5-2. And we will be back with you in just over a minute. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, after that short little break. Rinderknech is serving for the first set. Where are you going to go with this one, Rinderknech? You're going to the forehand of Taylor, forehand Rinderknech, forehand Taylor, backhand Rinderknech. Going cross-court here. Now on the forehand of Rinderknech, on the forehand of Taylor. Taylor trying to up the ante in this rally, but so is Rinderknech. Good shot there, though, from Taylor. Good shot from Rinderknech, too. Nice drop shot from Taylor. Didn't work, though. A double drop shot coming back, and he's put himself in charge of the rally. Rinderknech, skating backwards, wins the point. 15-love. 15-love, ladies and gentlemen. Nice backhand slice there. It was difficult to see who was in charge of that rally, but that sort of drop shot from Rinderknech was class. 15-love. By the way, I've seen a few kit sponsor changes during this tournament. Oh, he's going for the serve and volley. It didn't need to because Fritz went wild on the return. Yes, and a few kit changes. Rebekina has moved from Adidas to Yonex, I think. And I also saw Dimitrov is no longer with Nike. He's now with Lacoste. So there we go. Keeping you up to date with all the kit sponsorship changes. Oh, wow. Rinderknech is pretty convinced that this went out. But did it? Don't think it did, ladies and gentlemen. Deary me, 30-15. Rinderknech kind of thought, that's gone out, but it didn't. Still got his racket on it, but pretty much gave up on the point, thinking he'd won it. think he would have lost that point anyway. But there we are. 40 minutes on the clock, 30-15. Rinderknech is 2 points away from winning this first set. Talking to the first set, he's managed to get 68% of his first serves in, just as well, because he's had a pretty poor ratio on winning points on his second serve. Backhand, good depth there on the backhand from Rinderknech, but he's wild on the forehand. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine either of these two players in the French Open final? Rafa Nadal must be thinking he could have turned up with half a leg. I wonder what Rafa was asked during that press conference he gave in Mallorca a couple of weeks ago whether he'd be watching any of the tournament. He said, yeah, he would dip in and out or words to that effect. Well, if he's just dipped in to watch this match, he must be thinking, oh my goodness, maybe I should have just played with a bad hip. Forehand to forehand right now. Backhand Taylor Fritz. Backhand Rinderknech. They're exchanging backhands at the moment. Someone's going to change up a run out and forehand. Oh, and Rinderknech goes long. Anyway, Fritz has got 34. He says got a break point. But Rinderknech has saved it, so it's deuce. Indeed it did. Pete Tong, Matthew de Souza there, using a bit of Cockney rhyming slam, meaning it all went wrong. Yes, he did have love for. He had 40 love on his own serve, exactly. Rinderknech won the next 4 points, but Fritz then saved the first break point. But Ghosty, yeah, pear-shaped as well. Yeah. And Rinderknech aces. He's got an advantage. Set point for the Frenchman. Set point for Rinderknech. Where are you going with this serve? You are going to the backhand of Taylor, but it's actually long and wide, so it's a fault. Slice there. Forehand Taylor. Trying to send Rinderknech the wrong way. Forehand Taylor goes big, and he's got it back to deuce, so he saved that set point. Yeah. Backhand return from Taylor. Got some good depth on it. Forehand from Taylor is wild. Wild being one of the particular names of this tournament thus far, of course. Bearing in mind someone by that surname. Nominative determinism. Won his match with Daniel Medvedev in the first round. He won again today as well. And he must be thinking to himself, I wonder if I can get to the French Open final. Because Yannick Sinner is also out. And Rinderknech, by the way, has won the first set. 6-2. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with you in a very short moment. Coming to you every evening, night, day, depending on where you are in the world, will be The Last Ball Drops. This will be a show on talking tennis as soon as that ball drops on the last match of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, or night at Roland Garros, probably on Philippe Chatrier. We will go live with a review of the day's play. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way, as soon as we go live, you'll get the notification, you can come and join us, and you'll get to hear the thoughts of people such as Mario, Damien, Jack, Nick, many more, maybe even me from time to time. You know the drill. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, Taylor Fritz, 2 aces to his opponent's 4 in that first set. Second serve points won from Artur Rinderknech, 36%. Second serve points won from Taylor Fritz, 44%. So neither particularly hot stuff on their second serve, but from Rinderknech's point of view, he was just getting a lot more first serves in. That was the main difference in that first set. Getting your first serve in, 45 minutes on the clock, and Rinderknech leads by a set to love on the number 9 seed. Zverev remains a break up on Molcan, 4 games to 3. He leads. Cerundolo is on the verge of a straight sets victory over Hanfmann because he leads 6-3, 6-3, 3-2 with a break. And now let's see how Andreescu is doing. She's on serve in the second set with Navarro having won the first set 6-2. Molcan hanging in, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, Fritz starts this second set. Serving. He was serving, of course, at the beginning of the first set. That didn't work out. And Fritz on the forehand. Forehand goes into the net from Rinderknech, 6 games to 2. Rinderknech won that first set, but he's lost the first point of the second set. Taylor Fritz leads 15-love. $30 now, Taylor Fritz. Starting to get hungry. What did you guys have for your most recent meal? I'm guessing those of you in North America, your most recent meal was for lunch. Let me know in the live chat. What did you have for lunch? Let's dispel the myth that you're all eating hamburgers. If you're in Europe, let me know what you have for dinner or what you're potentially having for dinner. Or, of course, if you're in Madrid, you're probably still 2 hours away from having dinner. Madrid is famous for having, or Spain in general is famous for having later dinner. Mind you, I've not had my dinner yet. Probably going to have pasta. Not a good idea to have carbs this late at night, but I did go for a run shortly before this podcast. Podcast? What are we doing? A live watch along? You know what I mean. And I'm pretty hungry. Yeah. So, Fritz 40-15, 2 game points. Remember, he had 3 game points at the beginning of the set, didn't take them and got broken. This time, though, he holds serve. He leads 1-love at the beginning of the second set. Just having a quick look at some highlights from the Molcan match. And this isn't a spectacular point. Oh, what a lob for Molcan. Just having a quick look at the highlights from the first set. That was an excellent lob over the fairly tall Zverev. It was the second attempted lob in a row, but the first one didn't quite work, but the second one was sensational. Anyway, Rinderknech is serving at love 1. Zverev still leads 4-3 despite that sensational point. Rinderknech has, by the way, got his first serves up to 71%, which is pretty good and pretty important. So yes, 15 love to Rinderknech. Taylor Fritz cutting a frustrated figure right now. Forehand return, not bad from Taylor, that one. It's a good forehand return. Rinderknech doing a serve and volley. Couldn't really get himself. He was all in a bit of a mess there with that backhand. All over the show. 30-15. That technique there from Rinderknech at the net. It was hardly Stefan Edberg. Let's say that. Edberg, a renowned server and volleyer. Goes long on the first serve, 30-15. No movement on the scores at the moment. Sorondolo remains 3-2 up with a break. Well, this is a pretty cool point, and it's won by Fritz as he seeks a break off serve. It's 30 all. So, yeah, Zverev remains a break up at 4-3 on his serve. Or, yeah, he's serving at 4-3 with a break up. As Sorondolo as well is very much in charge of his match. I've said very much in charge about 73 times, by the way. And Navarro has a break on Andreescu. So that match is getting very interesting now. Andreescu winning the first set 6-1, but she's a break down in the second set. Back here, we're at 30 all between Rinderknech and Fritz. Fritz with a backhand return, but actually it's gone long. So it's going to be a second serve. And we remember in the first set just how ineffective both players were on their second serve. So this is a big chance here for Fritz. Goes big on the forehand, but not enough depth, really, despite the bigness, if you like. Oh, and he's gone long with the backhand. Seems to be annoyed. And maybe it's the string tension. He was sort of gesticulating at the racket or the strings as well. His team still supporting him, of course. Anyway, game point for Rinderknech, 40-30. Sorondolo now 4-2, inching his way towards victory. First serve is long from Rinderknech. And Zverev now leads 5-3 on Molcan. I agree, Matthew. I think that by the way, we're back at deuce. Rinderknech's second serve, and it didn't work out, so it's deuce. I agree. I think that walkover in the second round may just give Rune a bit of breathing space to get himself going. You know, a straight sets win in round 3. You know, there we go. He's in the fourth round, and yet that may well benefit him, particularly if he gets into a tricky situation in the quarters or the semis. May well benefit him. I mean, I've got Rune in the final. I'm not going to change my mind, of course. Not now. Second serve Rinderknech. He's got advantage again, so he's got a game point. Backhand return from Taylor. Not bad. Backhand again on the defensive now. Taylor's on the defensive. Rinderknech smash. And he's got it. Game. One game all. One game all, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I don't think we've gained a single subscriber yet during this show. Let's see. Nope. 0 subscribers since we went live. We've been live an hour and nobody has subscribed to the channel in the last hour. Fortunately, we've had 2,039 people subscribe to our channel since we started last August. And I'll tell you what, it's been a pretty, let me think, what's that, June, July? So we've been going almost 10 months, What has happened on Talking Tennis in the last 10 months? Well, we've had some amusing comments from Ghosty. We've gained more than 2,000 subscribers. We have had press passes for challenger events and ATP 250s and 500s in Estoril and Barcelona. And, of course, the joint 1,000 event in Madrid. We've got more as well to come. with Jamie going to be at Surbiton next week, which is a challenger on grass where Andy Murray and Dan Evans and Liam Brody will be in action. We've also got Birmingham 250, WTA 250. We've got Jamie and Nick will be going to that event in Birmingham later on in June. What else has been on? We've had about 1,000 guests. We've had former players, current coaches, former coaches, and Jethro all coming on the show. We've had Pam Shriver, Tony Nadal, Liam Brody, Pavlyuchenkova, interviews with Pavlyuchenkova, with Coco Gauff, Quinton Hallis, the Dominic team. They've all spoken to talking tennis at various points. Mark Petchey and Jamie Dubon have all been on the show in the last 10 months. I think you're being generous. I think you're being modest, sorry, with that prediction. I think we've had more Man United mentions, more Man United references than subscribers. I don't know what's going on in the Zverev Molcan match, actually. I should keep an eye on that one, really. Zverev is serving for the set at 5-4. Rinderknech and Fritz are 1-1. In fact, now it's Fritz 2-1. He's just held serve. Let's have a quick look at Andreescu. She's still a breakdown. And Sorondolo is a breakup 4-3 in his match with Hanfman. And we will take a short break. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm grating some cheese live on air. That's what you come to Talking Tennis for, right? You're not here to hear about our expertise or to keep up with all the action. You don't care about your Fritzes from your Rinderknechs or your Molcans from your Zverevs. You're here to see me grate some cheese. So if you're wondering what the noise is, it sounds like it's me grating cheese. I don't think I'll be winning any cookery shows or starting any YouTube channels for cooking anytime soon. Maybe cooking up trouble. By the way, nothing's going on between Rinderknech and Fritz. They're on serve. It's 1-2. The Frenchman is serving at 15 love. People in the live chat as well, you can let me know what you're making, what you're having for dinner or lunch or whatever. Maybe having a snack. Maybe you're having breakfast. Maybe you're tuning in from somewhere down under or Australia or New Zealand, somewhere in Asia. Although if you're in Asia, it's probably in the middle of the night. Maybe you're having a late night snack. Oh, looks like I got a WhatsApp from our good friend Damien Kust. $30 love to Rinderknech. Good. It's Parmesan. But it's right at the end. I'm right at the end. Look. Times are getting hard, Ghosty. I mean, not enough subscribers. Too many Man United mentions. Not enough members, by the way, to get more cheese. Need some members. Donate as well. Feel free to hit that super chat button and make a donation so I can buy more cheese. 40 love. Now Rinderknech on his serve. 40-15. This is really at the end, but I just want to get that last bit. I don't like to throw away food. So 2 game points for Rinderknech. By the way, if I cut myself seriously and start bleeding profusely, please somebody call an ambulance. (40-15) Rinderknech. First serve. They're now in the rally, but the rally's short-lived because Fritz dumps a backhand into the net. Into the net, which is exactly what Roma couldn't do last night in that penalty shootout. 15 minutes now into this second set. 2 games all. I see Cerundolo is serving for the match against Hanfmann. So he's got more than 1 foot. He's got 1 foot, 1 leg, 2 arms, and a body and a head in the second round. 2 sets to love up and serving for the match. Not winning from that position, you're going to be pretty painful. I didn't know that, Ghosty. Oh, is that a little play on words there, Jane, in terms of the match that we've got going on in front of us? Vanch is very well known for his plays on words and puns. Fritz 15 love, trying to eke out a 3-2 lead. They have not dropped their serve in this set so far, but listen, as was mentioned in the live chat earlier, it really went all badly wrong for Fritz in the first game. 40 love up to not hold serve from 40 love. Well, anyway, 30 love, he's up now on his serve at 2 games all. So Cerundolo is very, very, very close to the second round. Who else have we interviewed? Ostapenko, Zheng, Cecchinato. They've all been interviewed by Talking Tennis, some for at length. Coaches like David Samuel, of course. I'm sure we'll be catching up with him again during the grass court season. Make sure you check out David's podcast as well. The name escapes me, but I'm sure if you Google David Samuel podcast, you'll find it. Oh, that's a lovely drop shot from Taylor Fritz. 3 games to 2. 3 games to 2. And we will play one of those interviews we've done with Coco Gauff, who is in the 3rd round after winning in straight sets just an hour or so ago.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. Mm-hmm. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Mm-hmm. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on this surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
By the way, I love Ghosty knows more about Talking Tennis than the people at Talking Tennis do, such as myself, because he reminded me of not just the fact that David Samuel's podcast is called Nuggets, but also that we, of course, spoke to Kecmanovic in Estoril
Trying to think, who else did we speak to in Estoril? Kecmanovic, Cecchinato, Dominic Thiem, Quinton Halles, who we spoke to again in Madrid. I've missed off probably the most legendary interview ever conducted, not just at Talking Tennis, but in the history of all interviews, when we spoke to Laura Sigmund, of course. Give me a rating out of 10 for that interview with Laura. I can take it. Even if you think it was a 3 out of 10. Still grating this cheese, by the way. Okay, here's a question. I could put this to a poll. Which is going to finish first? Me grating this cheese or the Rinderknech Taylor Fritz match? Yes, indeed, Ghosty. Yeah. They're quite famous for their complaining, but then if you've been battered left, right, and centre from two global superpowers such as Germany and the Soviet Union or Russia as it's today, yeah, it's pretty tough on the psyche. I would agree, Ghosty. I'd agree. We'll try and get her on again later on this year. I was interested actually. She pulled out of her singles qualifier and did compete in the doubles, but then of course I think her doubles partner was a German girl. I forget her name now, but they end up playing for Gula and Goff quite early, and I just had a feeling that she said to me, I'm not sure if that was in the interview or it might have been before the interview, but I think it was during the interview. She said to me that, by the way, Taylor Fritz and Rinderknech at 3-all. She said to me, and Zverev has won the first set, by the way, and Cerundolo is through. So Cerundolo is through. Cerundolo could make the French Open final. I'm telling you, pretty much anyone could. Really, honestly. I get it that many people are probably thinking Rune or perhaps Casper Ruud. Bear in mind Casper's pedigree, 2 Grand Slam finals last year. But, you know, I wouldn't say I completely trust either. And therefore, anyone from that half of the draw could be there. I mean, who's to say Taylor Fritz doesn't win this second set? They're on serve right now, although he's lost the first point on serve. Who's to say Taylor Fritz doesn't win this set and go on to make the French Open final? How about that? Taylor Fritz, whose game is made for grass stroke hard court, and yet gets to his first Grand Slam final on clay. I'm not predicting it, by the way. Don't start saying, John, that's a ridiculous prediction. Hey, man, regarding the Sinner match, I did see it. Yes, I did. Sensational. I was tweeting about it every couple of minutes. I mean, what about that passing for shot from Yannick on match point? What about that passing shot from the smash? And what about it was a tale of smashes and net cords, by the way, because he also got a smash him when Altmaier was serving for the match. He also put a smash that clipped the net and basically just bobbled over, meaning Altmaier had no chance. But of course, an hour or two before, 2 match points, one of which Sinner smashes and goes a bit cautious on the smash, and as a result, it's a kind of sort of middle, sort of defensive stroke, mid-range shot, I think, on the forehand from Altmaier. I wouldn't call it attacking at all, but clips the net and deceives Sinner. So, yeah, but I think there's some broader questions. But listen, Damien and I will go into a deep dive on that match in an hour or two when we do our show at the end of the night called The Last Ball Drops. So make sure, Dalvindo, I hope I'm saying your name right, Dalvindo, make sure you tune in for that. And talking to net cords, Fritz has kind of just won that point. 40-15, so it's 2 game points for the American. Make sure you tune in. 5.5 hours. Yeah, I know. Make sure all of you who are watching now also tune in to Damien and I chewing the fat, having a discussion, having a chat about the day's play in the Last Ball Drops, which basically, as soon as today's play finishes within a minute, ideally, of that last ball dropping, probably on Philippe Chatrier, we will go live with a review of the day's play. Yeah, Dalvinda, basically it is as soon as the last match finishes. So we don't know. I would guess in about 2 hours from now. Basically, as soon as I finish this show, I will close this window and open another one and we'll go live. Provided I finish this cheese on time. Nice to have you on board, Dalvinda, by the way. I can see you watching on Twitch, where we're also available. $30 by the way, on the Fritz server. He was 30 love up in this service game, but he's now 40-30. Sorry, he's actually sealed the game. 4 games to 3. Yeah, so I'll remind you all by playing this little video. So this is basically our show that's coming up.
Coming to you every evening, night, day, depending on where you are in the world, will be The Last Ball Drops. This will be a show on talking tennis as soon as that ball drops on the last match of the day, morning, afternoon, evening or night at Roland Garros, probably on Philippe Chatrier. We will go live with a review of the day's play. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way, as soon as we go live, you'll get the notification, you can come and join us, and you'll get to hear the thoughts of people such as Mario, Damien, Jack, Nick, many more, maybe even me from time to time. You know the drill. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon.
And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. They're doing a Mexican wave. If you don't know what a Mexican wave is, it's that thing in the crowd when they sort of go up and everyone's sort of going around the crowd where some people are standing up and then they go down. I think it became famous during the Mexico 86 World Cup. Hence, it's still got that name to this day. Thank you, Dalvinda. By the way, for those of you also tuning in, make sure you give us a follow on Twitter, where you can catch up with us as well. Got a fairly lively Twitter page. It was very lively today during that Yannick Sinner match. If you have Twitter, then give us a follow. I'm just going to retweet actually something that Nick has tweeted. Yeah. There we go. Can you see this is from Nick? But the Talking Tennis Twitter is at Talking Tennis TT. There's our Twitter page. There's our Laura Siegmund interview, if you see, look. And there's Nick's tweet about Tiafoe being the highest seed left in the quarter. How about that? How about that? Oh, did she? I mean, last time I saw, she was down a break in that set. Let me get things back up. I see Zverev is up a break already in the second set as well. Let's have a quick look for Bibi. Oh, yeah, you're right. She's done it. So Andreescu is through. Andreescu is through to the next round, leaving us with just 2 matches left to play. Rinderknech against Fritz, which is on right now. Well, so is Zverev against Molcan. But yeah. Ah, great, Dalvinda. You just followed us on Twitter. Great. Great. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, Rinderknech serving, 30 love, forehand return. Forehand from Fritz, backhand to backhand right now. Good change of direction there. It's a wonderful winner from Rinderknech. 40 love for the Frenchman. By the way, Jack said that Karatsev would win in straight sets today over Tiafoe. But Damien also predicted Karatsev to go through. Backhand return there from Taylor. Oh, what a volley that was from Rinderknech. Wow. Rinderknech holds 4 games all. Okay, 4 games all. Taylor Fritz serving. Yeah, Ghosty, to be fair, I thought Karatsev would win too. I wasn't quite as convinced as Jack, though. That's what I'll say. Taylor Fritz, 39% getting his first serves in so far in this match. 39%. That's a huge problem for Taylor. And he's got such a menacing serve, especially the first one. Probably explains why he is down in this match at this moment. So if he could just up that first serve and he gets a first serve in there, I think he can still win this match. That's for sure. 4 games all. Zverev is 6-4 and 2-1 up with a break. And Andreescu is in the 3rd round of the French Open, which will be in action on Saturday. Of course, she beat Azarenka in the first round. She's pretty impressive. Azarenka, a 3-set victory. It was a tough first round for Bianca. And she's just won in straight sets over Navarro, 6-1, 6-4. And she was a breakdown there as well, 4-2. So she turned that around. Taylor Fritz, by the way, has 3 game points for a 5-4 lead. Goes down the tee, and it's an ace. 5 games to 4 to Taylor Fritz. 5-4 he leads now. So the pressure on the Frenchman, who'll be serving to stay in this first set. We'll have a short break, and I'll be back with you soon. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with Rinderknech serving at 4-5. So a little bit of pressure here on the Frenchman. Backhand from Taylor, backhand from Rinderknech. First point will be crucial. Looks like it's going to go the way of the Frenchman. He's in charge of this rally, moving his opponent all around the court with some good attacking shots. Goes for the drop shot. Taylor reaches it, though. Good shot from Taylor. Taylor ends up turning the rally around. Love 15. 3 points away from winning the second set. No problem, Shawnee. Take care. Sleep well. Make sure you tune in maybe in the morning if you can to our
our show, which will be live tonight, but of course will be available on YouTube to watch at any time at your convenience. Love 15 on the Rinderknech serve. Sean, by the way, just like Ghosty and Jane, they're both members, and you can become a member too by clicking the link in the live chat, which is pinned in the live chat. Love 30 now on the Rinderknech serve. So Taylor Fritz is 2 points away from winning this set. By the way, I don't know if you saw, ladies and gentlemen, that the San Jose tournament is moving to Washington. I think it's going to be this year. And in fact, they're going to have a joint WTA ATP event there. So it'll be two 500 events. It'll be the first time, I think, they've ever had two 500 events as a joint event. Good defense here from Taylor, but he couldn't fend off the final smash there. So it's 15-30. Rinderknech. $15.30. Okay, Taylor Fritz return, forehand to forehand. Backhand Rinderknech, backhand Taylor, backhand Rinderknech. Goes into the net. Goes into the net. So we have 2 set points for Taylor Fritz. Hi, Max. How you doing? Nice to have you on board. Are you wearing your sunglasses today, Max? Is it sunny in... I think you're in California, right? I just see your picture has sunglasses, so... Forehand return from Taylor, putting a bit of pressure on his opponent here. 2 set points, remember, for the American. Rinderknech, good depth, though, there on the backhand from the Frenchman. Not enough depth there on that one, though from Rinderknech. Backhand now for Taylor. A lot of short balls here, both of them taking it quite cautiously now. Although Rinderknech just stepping up the pace. Goes for the drop shot. Oh, it's good enough. Taylor not quick enough. 30-40. 30-40, ladies and gentlemen. Still got a set point. Okay. Oh, dearie me. Well, hopefully I can last more than Shawnee can. Bearing in mind I've got to do the rest of these matches. Plus, I'll be joining Damien for the last ball drops. Doing well, Max. Doing well. Just about surviving anyway. Okay, 30-40, Rinderknech. Backhand return. Fritz, aggressive stance, aggressive return position anyway, deep inside the court. And Rinderknech goes into the net. And the second set goes the way of Taylor Fritz. We're going to be with you some while longer, ladies and gentlemen. Taylor Fritz has leveled it up at 1 set all. And in my book, I make the ghost. The ghost? No, the ghost is in the live chat. I make Taylor Fritz favorite. Are you in Las Vegas? Are you, Max? Anyway, either way, I very much make the American the favorite. What do you think? I will be back with you in 60 seconds.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at a tearful Daniel Altmaier earlier, who won in 5 sets over Yannick Sinner. Was just a truly, truly
incredible match. I know that we were spoilt as well with Gael Monfils' incredible 5-set win the other night in the first round. This was at least up there with that match. Just sensational. Sensational. And of course, the German was very emotional, and understandably so afterwards. And by the way, who's to say he won't make the French Open final? As we've discussed, the bottom half of the draw is a very wide open affair. Now that we've seen the number 8 seed in Yannick Sinner depart, the number 2 seed in number 2 seed has gone, of course, Daniel Medvedev. Casper Ruud remains. He won in straight sets today. Will the number 9 seed remain in this half of the draw? Taylor Fritz. By the way, for those of you wondering, what am I doing? I'm just cutting up some things. This is my dinner. So yeah, let me know what you're having for lunch or dinner. Mind you, I've asked that question about 7 times. No one has told me what they had for lunch or dinner or breakfast or wherever they are in the world. And Zverev remains a break up on Molcan, albeit he's under a bit of pressure right now on his serve at 15-30. Just having a quick look at that match. Ooh, Molcan goes big on the forehand, but goes wide, so it's 30 all. 30 all on the Zverev serve. He's leading 3-2. And Taylor Fritz is about to serve again first. Ah, you had salmon and rice, Ghosty. Very healthy. Very healthy, Ghosty. Taylor Fritz there just sort of doing some swings as he's waiting for his opponent. Taylor Fritz will start this third set. As I said, he served first in the first set and the second set. And perhaps that helped him break his opponent's serve in the second set. Don't forget, at the beginning of the match, Taylor Fritz was 40-love up on his serve, but he squandered that comfortable lead and got broken immediately the first game of the match. The second set remained on serve throughout until we got to that crucial moment at 5-4. And Taylor Fritz took advantage of the moment and won the set. So it's 1-set all. And as I say, Zverev is up a break. Andreescu has just gone through. She's into the third round. Taylor's looking a bit impatient as he waits for his opponent to return to the court. I'm yawning again. The second yawn of this, what do we call it? Stream. Taylor's box looking a lot happier now than they did 5-10 minutes ago. Taylor still pacing up and down like a caged lion. Still waiting for Artur to return. Zverev has yet to hold serve. He's staying at 3-2. We're well over 5 minutes since the last point. Oh, third yawn. Taylor's box is now starting to look almost as agitated as the American. Of course, we've got Carlos Alcaraz against Shapovalov tomorrow in action. That's the last match on Philippe Chatrier. Davidovich Fokina against Novak Djokovic. I am, a little bit excited about that match. Be interesting to see what the Spaniard can bring. Of course, Davidovich Fokina beat Novak Djokovic in Monte Carlo last year. I'm not predicting a repeat, especially over 5 sets, but I can certainly see the Spaniard taking a set off the serve, making things interesting, let's say. Still waiting for Artur. And we're still waiting for Zverev to hold serve potentially. Can Shapo do anything? Yes. Yes, he can, but he's got to stay consistent. Can he stay consistent? I'm not so sure he can. Finally, Rinderknech returns. Bodyguard in tow.
Who remembers this time last year when the young lady ran onto the court and tied herself to the net? Just laughing at Max's comment about Anna Wintour. Yes, Anna Wintour, of course, friends with Roger Federer. Very much a tennis theme with her as well. Ooh. Over 7 minutes since the last point. Okay, Fritz to serve. 1 set all. Very much game on. Here we go. Taylor goes into the net on his first serve. Backhand Taylor. Forehand Taylor Fritz. Goes wide. Love 15. Love 15, ladies and gentlemen. Climate action, I think. Climate action. Yeah, it was in the semi-finals, actually, a match that I was at with Owen. Was also there. Owen of Popcorn Tennis and Talking Tennis fame. Hopefully have Owen again on the show sometime soon. I do keep asking him, but he's living in Australia at the moment. I think he's doing a semester there as part of his studies. So he's very busy in different time zones, etc. You think, Jane, that Davidovich Fokina is going to beat Novak? Let's see. By the way, tonight will be Damien and me with the last ball drops. And then tomorrow will be Nick and Damien, I think. And we'll have Vanch back on as well, I think, either on Saturday or Sunday. Oh, Matthew's saying he doesn't think he'll win more than 4 games in any set. Well, maybe. But I think you're right. It's the string of games that he's going to have a problem with. It's the consistency that Chapo has as an issue on all surfaces. But, you know, perhaps on clay as well, the movement is a slight issue. Anyway, Fritz puts a forehand wide and it's 30 all. Oh, 1 second. Oh, and Zverev has finally held for 4-2. So, yeah, tomorrow we've got Novak up against Davidovich Fokina. We've got, as I said, the last match on tomorrow night is Carlos Alcaraz against Denis Shapovalov. We've also got, what else is happening tomorrow? Well, we've got plenty of other things going on. We'll be bringing you live commentary. I think James, a.k.a. Tennis Ranta, will be bringing you the first match of the day. So we'll have a couple of live commentaries tomorrow because Jamie will probably do Davidovich Fokina against Novak. So we'll have a live coverage of that. So make sure you tune in to us tomorrow. We will also have tomorrow in the morning, yes, or in the morning in Central European time at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the UK. The first match of the day, I think it's Rebecca maybe. Anyway, one of the first matches of the day, James will be bringing you that. Of course, you've got Tsitsipas in action tomorrow. Plenty of tennis commentary thick and fast, and tomorrow night will be Nick and Damien with the last ball drops. Who is winning the French Open, men or women right now? Let me know in the live chat who you're tipping. I went for Alcaraz at the beginning of the tournament, but I have to say right now, maybe arguably Novak is looking the most impressive. Maybe Novak right now. What do you think? Call me crazy. Crazy. Call me crazy. And on the women's side, well, Rebecca, by the way, I don't think she played her best today. Rebecca did not play her best today, but she didn't have to. She didn't have to, ladies and gentlemen. That's how good Rebecca is right now. I guess it's between her and Sabalenka, who's also, of course, in action tomorrow. That could be one of the matches that James commentates on, actually. Yeah.
I guess between her and Sabalenka, who's going to be the biggest threat to Iga? That'll be a tough semi-final, though. Potentially final as well. Jane, what's that about Ostapenko? She's out. She's out. By the way, I just disappeared to the kitchen. If you wonder where I'd gone, I'm back now. Zverev leading 4-2. Fritz is held. And Rinderknech is love 15 on his serve. Molcan underpowered. Zverev beating him up 23 winners to 7. Thank you, Ghosty. $15 by the way, between Rinderknech and Fritz. Yeah. What did we think about Novak last night? I mean, actually, I was only able to catch bits of it, but of course, I do know that he won in straight sets, including a 6-love. But it was all about the first set, really, as it often is, or not often, because he can still lose the first set or even the second set as well and still prevail. But you know what I mean? When Novak wins the first set, and he's a heavy favorite, it's a long, long way back, and seemed to knock our friend from Hungary, Marton, for 6, because he then lost the next set 6-love. Third set was competitive, but by then the match was done, really. If you're wondering what that noise is, that's me putting a mushroom or putting a couple of mushrooms into a frying pan. So I know Ghosty had salmon and rice, very healthy Ghosty, for his most recent meal of the day. Surprised it wasn't oysters and champagne, Ghosty. So also other people can let me know what they had for their most recent meals while we're in a sort of a lull in this Fritz against Rinderknech match. This could go 5, by the way, in which case Damien and I will be delayed somewhat for our last ball drop show. But we'll be here. We'll bring you. We'll bring it. Make sure you hit the like button, by the way. For those of you tuning in and haven't hit the like button already, I have no idea how many likes we're on, but I'm sure we've got a few. So yeah, hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts on this Rinderknech Fritz match. Let me know your thoughts on Altmaier winning in 5 sets today over Jannik Sinner in what was just a sensational match. Just sensational. Poor Gael Monfils. That's a pity, no? Him not able to take the court. Because that would have been, I mean, I'm not saying he would have won tonight, but it could have been an interesting match for him and Holger Rune. I'm sure it would have been entertaining. And does that benefit Holger a little bit? I'd say it benefits him a little bit, having a couple of days off. I'd say so anyway. Well, Taylor Fritz has a break point. Taylor Fritz has a break point here. There's a bit of consternation over a certain call. But anyway, here we go. Advantage Taylor Fritz. Things are just getting very, very interesting. We've seen a huge momentum swing. This potentially could be 4 games in a row for the American. To go from being 1 set to love down to being 1 set all, but also up with a break. Now, if that's not a momentum shift, I don't know what is. Taylor Fritz, ladies and gentlemen, was not in a good shape a few minutes ago, but now things are looking a bit better for him. And he has indeed broken. So it's 2 games to love for Taylor Fritz. Who are you supporting, by the way? I'm guessing, given the number of people at least residing in the US, I'm guessing most of you are here to support the American Taylor.
12 bites. Oh, a little joke because of my expressions that I use. I'm telling you, bites of the cherry. It's a very normal expression used. It's common parlance in the UK. Common parlance, I tell you. Cherries. I've not had cherries for a long time. Oh, Ghosty, guess what I've just remembered? I've just remembered that I have to tell you, for the first time in about 6 months of teasing you with this, I have my Mick Jagger story. Are you ready, Ghosty? Brace yourself. Sit comfortably, sit back, relax, open that packet of cigars that you've been holding and saving for all these years, because I'm here to tell you the story of Mick Jagger that I've been teasing you with for some time. Zverev has won the second set. Get that bourbon out that you've been waiting for as well for all these decades. Get the cigars out. Sit back. Get comfortable. Relax. Here we go. So, in 2010, the summer of 2010, I went to South Africa for the World Cup. And one Sunday afternoon, chatting to various different people. I was there with a friend of mine. We were chatting to a couple of locals that were mothers, as it turned out. And they had young daughters, let's say. And one of them had met Mick Jagger at a party, I think the night before. And as we continued to, I can see, by the way, the number of people tuning in now is soaring as I continue with this Mick Jagger story. But anyway, so indeed, the Vuvuzela World Cup, indeed. So it was an interesting story, but of course, at this stage, my friend and I were still a long way away from the story, albeit that we just happened to be speaking to a couple of people that were closer linked, if you like, to Mick Jagger and this particular story. We ended up spending the rest of the day. In fact, they ended up showing us a few of the sights around Cape Town. I remember us going up quite high to get some really good views of the beautiful South African coastal city. And at one point, then there was a phone call for one of the mothers, let's say, and it was from the daughter saying that Mick had been on the phone and was keen to meet. And so we all, including the mothers and my friend and I, got invited to the hotel of Mick Jagger. And we're thinking, here we go. We are going to a party at the hotel of Mick Jagger. So we're very excited, of course. We're thinking, wow, this could be really rock and roll. And we go to the hotel. We're now the four of us there. We meet the daughters in question. So I think there's sort of 6 or 7 of us now all together in the hotel lobby and actually in the hotel bar. The daughters and mothers. Well, the daughters, first of all, get invited up to the party where Mick is, and I guess several others, whatever. And then there's a phone call, and the mothers then go up to the party as well. And we're thinking, okay, we're not quite yet invited, but your invite will be coming. Don't worry. The mothers convinced us that you'll definitely get in on this party as well. So, okay, cool. And what's going on here? A little line called dispute. Anyway, I digress. So we are now in the hotel bar, and we're thinking, okay, we're waiting for our invite. The minutes are turning into hours. The hours are turning into more hours.
And we see a few celebrities. I think I remember seeing Clarence Seedorf. He was in the bar, a Dutch midfielder, played for Milan, won lots of Champions Leagues and much glory. Who else did we see? Paris Hilton. We saw her in the bar as well. But listen, we were not there for these people. We were here to go to Mick Jagger and his sensational party. Still waiting for our invite. Next thing we know, down come the mothers, down come the daughters. Party over. We're not getting an invite. So, pretty disappointing end to the story. Well, there is a little twist in the tale. Little twist in the tale. We decided to stay in the bar and order a couple more drinks. Now, we were tempted to order a large bottle of champagne, but we just ordered a couple of mojitos just in case it didn't work, because the plan was, we then said to the staff there, we knew the room number for Mick Jagger. We knew it. And so we just said, look, our stepdaughters are up there with Mick. So we would like, we're going to add a couple of mojitos on his tab. He said it's all fine. And that's what happened. So we put a couple of mojitos on Mick Jagger's tab. Whether Mick saw it when he was checking out and found out, we will never know. We will never know, ladies and gentlemen. But at least I managed to get a mojito, if not a party, out of Mick Jagger. So that is the Mick Jagger story, Ghosty. I don't know how far you are through that cigar. But that's it. In fact, I wrote a blog about it. Let's see if I can find that blog. Not right now, but I'll find it some other time. If we remember another time, and I'll find the blog over as well. That sort of augments the story, so to speak. Anyway, there we go. That's the Mick Jagger story. Not quite attending his party, but at least getting some revenge by putting a couple of mojitos on his tab. Talking of tabs, did you... Yes, indeed, Ghosty, indeed, yeah. True story, I swear. It was I think it's a 6 or 7 star hotel in Cape Town. Fritzy looks like he's about to hold serve for a 4-1 lead. Zverev is up a break in the third set, so he is very, very close to getting through. Yeah, I guess I can, technically, Ghosty, technically. Yeah. I do have another sensational story, by the way, from that World Cup, but I'll save it for another day. It's about the final. Just say World Cup 2010 World Cup final to me, Ghosty, someday in the live stream, and I'll tell you another story about the final. Anyway, Fritzy 30 love up, close to getting to a 4-1 lead. Sorry. On the forehand to the backhand of Rinderknech, which goes into the net. 40 love. Looks like Fritzy's going to change his racket. I remember him at the 06 World Cup as well, because him and Bill Clinton were sat next to each other in the stadium for a couple of matches. And Fritzy is leading 4 games to 1. So we will take a short break.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground
actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Rinderknech is leading 15-love on his serve. Just give me another 30 seconds and I'll be back with you. Coming to you every evening, night, day, depending on where you are in the world, will be The Last Ball Drops. This will be a show on talking tennis as soon as that ball drops on the last match of the day, morning, afternoon, evening or night at Roland Garros, probably on Philippe Chatrier. We will go live with a review of the day's play. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way, as soon as we go live, you'll get the notification, you can come and join us, and you'll get to hear the thoughts of people such as Mario, Damien, Jack, Nick, many more, maybe even me from time to time. You know the drill. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Rinderknech is 30-love up on his serve. And I see Zverev is up a double break now on Molcan. Just got my dinner now. So I'll be enjoying that while I talk to you. Hi, MDC Medics. Good question. I mean, Zverev is about to get his match done, it looks like. So I imagine that'll be done in the next 15 minutes or so. As for this one, well, if Taylor gets it done in 4, we could be done in 45 minutes. If it goes 5, we could be here for another couple of hours. I already know that McCartney's a Liverpool fan, yeah. No, Elton is a Watford fan. He was a chairman of Watford. By the way, MDC Medic, great to have you on board. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Talking to subscribers, let's see. How many subscribers we got? 2,039. Still stuck onto the... We've been live for 2 hours and we've gained 0 subscribers. I mean, who wouldn't want to come in and subscribe to a channel that's supposed to be about tennis but talks about anecdotes from Mick Jagger while I grate cheese? Oh, Taylor has held serve very, very comfortably, leading 5-2. Short break time. And I'm back. For the life of me, oh yeah, maybe the match is ghosty, yeah. Noah Cam, you mean Cam Norrie? Oh, sorry, Cam. Oh, yeah, Cam Williams, yeah. Well, you know, everyone does their thing. I thought you were talking about Cam Norrie. I was thinking, well, Cam Norrie, he's not that bad. Is he? Daniel Craig is a Liverpool fan. I mean, yeah, it's just a case of being established. Ghosty, I mean, he's been doing it for 3-4 years now. He does very well at what he does. Hopefully we do okay what we do. Hopefully we're different enough so that we can both thrive. Anyway, Rinderknech is 30 love up on his serve. Yeah, he was. Daniel Craig's a Liverpool fan, is he? Okay. But Fritz is looking good for a 2-1 lead. Zverev is looking good as well for a place in the third round. Pretty nice second round, though, I would say. Anyway, Rinderknech holds serve, gets to the crowd, says, come on, give me some support. And he gets it as the pressure now is on Taylor Fritz as he serves for this third set. So, Fritz, 5-3, serving for the set. Taylor Fritz. Is he going to serve this out? Okay, where are you going to go? Into the net on your first serve. Yeah, it's different. It's different. I mean, his shows are very much about the watch-alongs and the live commentaries, and he's done great. He's built up a huge audience, and that's what he does. Hopefully, we do things a little bit differently, and hopefully, we do things well as well. Oh, Taylor gone long there, so it's love 15. Oh, Shapatova. Well, did it go long? There seems to be a dispute here. By the way, the umpire spent more time out of her chair than in the chair. Did that go wide as well? Okay. Oh, dear. Oh, dearie me. Alluring. By the way, Rinderknech is not happy. Basically, from what I saw the rally, Fritz went long. But the previous shot was out. So, it's 15 love to the American. Make of that what you will. Renee Stubbs, yeah, forgot about interviewing her. Pam Shriver, of course. Blair Henley. Hopefully we'll get some of these people back on as well later on this year. Maybe during the North American swing. Craig O'Shaughnessy. I actually texted him today. He's a very busy man. 2 hours on the clock. I will be returning to your screens in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I'm just having dinner at the moment. But hopefully my voice and the score lines will suffice. Taylor looking to eke out a 30-love lead, and he's got it because Rinderknech has gone long. 30-love. 2 points away now from this third set. Bearing in mind how long the first couple of games were, I mean, the first couple of games were about 15 minutes long. But actually, since then, it's been a much quicker affair because we're already almost 3 sets done. First serve, clip the net. 30-love Taylor Fritz. I know, Ghosty, but there we go. Okay, 40-love Taylor Fritz. 3 set points. Well, Ghosty, that's very kind. Very kind. I'm not sure me grating cheese, though, live on air quite cuts it as intellectual journalism. Anyway, Taylor Fritz now, 3 set points, forehand exchanges at the moment. Switching it up, backhand slice from Rinderknech. It's a forehand winner from Taylor Fritz, wins the third set. There we go. There we go. So 2 sets to 1. Is there any way back now for Rinderknech? It felt like that second set was crucial. I mean, Fritz winning those sort of 4 games on the bounce basically could well have decided the match. The end of that second set, when he broke, and then broke quickly at the end of the beginning of the third, that was it. How was it last night with oh yeah. Yeah, Mario, very emotional at the end of that Andy Murray match. Mario will be on again soon. He'll certainly be doing his he'll certainly be doing the show. The WTA Weekly and ATP Weekly won't occur during the French Open, but they'll do a show on the Monday after. Yeah, Andy Murray. So, second set. Ooh, look at this. First serve points won from Rinderknech, a 100% first serve points won in that set. And Taylor Fritz 93. But the important thing is Taylor Fritz really upped his game on his second serve, winning 78% of his second serve points. That's basically been the change in the match. Right there. Right. Dinner done. I'll get my dessert later. I love a good dessert. It's funny, in my sort of late teens and then 20s, I wasn't really a dessert fan. But now, I'm very much on the dessert. Okay. Let's get me back on your screens. Okay, so I don't know if you're pleased to have me back. Yes, 78% is really good on the second serve, Ghosty. You're absolutely right. Insight, hashtag. Okay, Rinderknech, though, serving first for the first time in a set in this match. And a smash here from Rinderknech, and he's succeeded. I guess that was in the comments. Yeah, your boy Matt Molcan is fading fast. I guess that was in the comments, Max, was it? It was like not during the live stream. It was in the comments on a video, albeit not on this channel, but not that it makes much difference. Forehand to forehand. Backhand Taylor is wayward, so it's 30 love to Rinderknech. Yeah. Leila Fernandez out. I know it happened yesterday, but still thought I'd make a comment on that one. Oh, Zverev 32 winners to 9. Really showing who's boss. Forehand return. Forehand to forehand. Forehand clips the net and doesn't make it over, I don't think. Or did it? Yeah, no, it didn't. So it's 30-15. But it wasn't on this show, I don't think, Ghost. Max, was it? Scrambinis. Who's Scrambini? Anyway, Rinderknech 40-15, and he's sealed the game, so it's 1 love. 1 love. I don't know if you recognize that song. Yeah, TNNS can be a bit off. Yeah, I mean, I have a mixed relationship with TNNS, if you like, in that respect. I love their fantasy option, of course, that we can use to predict matches. As you see, I'm using it at the beginning of most tournaments. But yeah, I know what you mean. But let's go with that anyway. Oh, what a volley that is from Zverev, by the way. I'm just looking at the Zverev-Molcan match right now. He's got an advantage on his serve at 4-1. That was delightful. That was sweeter than a chocolate croissant. Who's your favorite player, by the way, Max? I know the selection that Ghosty tends to choose from. I know his smorgasbord of tennis delights. Oh, okay. Let me check it out. Maybe I am familiar with it. Yes. I mean, I don't know it very well, but yeah, I'm a little familiar. Sorry, but not super familiar. If that makes sense. He does it in English though, I guess. I'll have to check him out sometime. Carlos and Coco. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to check out some of Scalambini's stuff. But of course, in the live chat, people can say some certain things and people can misinterpret, of course. And then it gets worse and worse. And welcome to 2023. Yeah, but at least she won today, Max. Is Taylor going to go on and take this? Has Zverev still not seen out that game, by the way? Okay, Taylor here anyway. 30 love up on his serve. Oh, he's going to win this point as well. 40 love to the American. To Mani Carayol, who of course has been on the pod as well. Just lamenting some of the choices for the night match, etc. So Zverev has won that game, so it's 5-1. So he's just one game away from booking his place in the next round. Oh, I thought that was going to go over the net. Anyway, 40-15 on the Fritz serve. Talking of Rafa, I think I saw him. Okay, he's connected to the physio world. Yeah, I don't really know him, but I've just checked out his channel briefly, and now I've seen it. I have seen some of his streams. I didn't know he did live streams though. Anyway, forehand return. Backhand now goes into the net from Rinderknech, and it's 1 game all in this fourth set. Not the most electrifying of matches, I would say. Could yet go to a fifth set, of course. Zverev very, very close to going through now. Rinderknech, unforced errors, 33. Unforced errors, Taylor Fritz, 21. Goes down the tee from Rinderknech. Now he's got a smash, and he puts it away, 15 love. $15 to Artur Rinderknech, and the forehand return from Taylor Fritz is lame and into the net. By the way, make sure you hit the like button for those of you tuning in. We are on 9 likes. I'm quite underwhelmed by the 9 likes, people, so it'd be good to get to 10 if we possibly can. Oh, has he? He's expressed some frustration. What frustrations has he had then, Ghosty? Oh, that drop shot's not going to work from Taylor. And Rinderknech wins the point, 40 love. What frustrations has Scrammy come up with, or come up against, sorry? I'm not sure either, Max. Not sure either about Zverev and his chances of winning the Grand Slam. Yeah, I think a couple of things, Max. I'm glad you asked. Because it is does feel like a bit of a lull in the proceedings this evening. Rinderknech has held for 2-1. And so I can address your question. A couple of things, Max. First of all, I remember his on-the-court speech this time last year when he beat Carlos Alcaraz. He just lost to Alcaraz in Madrid, but he overcame the Spaniard in 4 sets in Paris. And he said, listen, this is this is not your day today, Carlos, but your day is coming and you're going to come past.
You're going to come past players. I mean, he didn't say these words, but I was thinking this at the time. I was thinking, okay, Zverev might win that particular battle, but overall, Carlos is going to emerge the winner because players like Zverev, Thiem, Medvedev, Tsitsipas, this group of players that were there that were sort of threatening the big three, but then when it got to the Grand Slams, were not winning them. And the big three continued to do so. And Zverev is through, by the way. It was like, okay, that was a moment for Zverev, but ultimately he had to really take it. Of course, he then comes up in the semi-final against Rafa, gets that injury. We'll never, ever know how that match may have panned out. I mean, if Rafa goes on to win the tiebreak that they were about to embark upon, then, it's 2-0. It's Philippe Chatrier. You would imagine that Rafa would go on to win it. But that match was really, that set anyway was on a knife edge. Unfortunately, of course, he gets that really bad injury. And if I remember accurately, he's a little put off by the petty challenge. Yeah, I can empathize with that, the ghosty. I can empathize with that. We'll see if the costs are worth it for me anyway in a year or two. I'm sure we'll be here for a little while yet, but yeah, it's a struggle, put it that way. But every little helps, and if I get to say 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, maybe we can make things worth it. But yeah, at the moment it's okay to lose a bit if you like. I do give my contributors a very, very, very small amount, or I gave them a small amount during Australia, I should say. I would love to return to that philosophy, but at the moment we're not profitable, but maybe one day. But anyway, I've gone off at a tangent. Back to Zverev. Yeah, I think his moment, that was his moment, if you like. And I just think that the players like him, Tsitsipas, and Medvedev as well, and obviously Dominic Thiem, who I highlight, their moment was probably 3 years ago, 2 years ago. When Tsitsipas had that incredible clay court season in 2021, culminating in being 2-0 up on Novak. That was his moment, potentially, to win a Grand Slam. I'm not saying that he won't ever win one, but we may look back on that clay court season for Stefanos, and that was his moment. Hi, Ashley. Yep, all having a great evening. And the other thing as well is for the others as well. I mean, Thiem took his moment. He had it, and he took it, and he made the most of it. Has mentioned how he's sort of taken his foot off the pedal a bit since, and of course we've had injury issues and confidence issues too. But at least he took that one Grand Slam when Novak, of course, defaulted. Unfortunately for Zverev and for Tsitsipas, they haven't been able to take advantage of these little moments. So Zverev, of course, was 2-0 in that final in New York. He managed to get that win over Carlos last year, but couldn't, unfortunately, get past Rafa. And then, of course, he spent a large part of, or pretty much the rest of the year out injured, and he's struggled to regain that form since. So that's how I see it. I see players such as Rune and Alcaraz, and I think maybe quite soon, despite today's loss, Jannik Sinner, they're coming past. So you've had the big three, and we thought this next generation were going to be the next sort of big three, if you like, that I just highlighted. Didn't take it, couldn't surmount the big three, and yet now this next generation, probably a bit more fortunate because one of the big three has retired. Another one of the big three is barely on the tour at the moment. And so that just leaves Novak in the way. So when you were Stefanos and Daniil and Dominic and Alexander as well, they were kept coming up against the big three at all the majors and ultimately losing to them. And they were also, all those guys were a little bit younger. Fortunately for Holger Rune and Carlos Alcaraz, they are running into a 36-year-old or 37-year-old Rafa or 35 or 36-year-old Novak. And of course, they don't have to play. Holger Rune and Carlos Alcaraz never had to play Roger at all. So timing, fortune, but seizing the moment. And those guys, with the exception of Dominic Thiem in 2020, haven't been able to seize the moment. And that's where we're at. I think the biggest, I mean, well, I guess if Zverev and Tsitsipas never win a Grand Slam, there will be a bit of a surprise at that, because I think when they both burst on the scene, albeit slightly different moments, but Tsitsipas was 2019 really when he burst on the scene. I think Zverev was maybe 2017, 2016, 2017. You probably both thought both of those players would end up winning multiple slams. Never mind the fact that we're here 4, 5, 6 years later and they're still on 0. Wow, what a shot from Rinderknech that is for 40 love. Those of you just joining, by the way, make sure you hit the like button on the video. We're still stuck on 9 likes. Very underwhelming. 9 likes, ladies and gentlemen. We should try and get 10 likes, 11 likes, and subscribe as well. I don't know if we've gained any subscribers. Yeah, but I don't think we can look at it too much. I mean, you lose one Grand Slam, Ghosty, in that respect. You lose that Wimbledon, but can you? I mean, that Wimbledon would have featured Rafa and Novak and possibly Roger. We don't know, the one in 2020. Probably not Roger, given the situation with his. Oh, what a fault that is from Rinderknech. Yes, Ghosty, thank you for the promo. Yeah, hit that like button. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't think we can look at that too much as a big thing, because I think it also may have taken a slam away from the big three. Novak could have a Grand Slam by now. Maybe Rafa, who knows? I'd certainly say that was the more likely scenario had we not had COVID than one of those guys winning one. Ladies, I went for Iga Swiatek, Ashley, and for the men's, I went for Carlos Alcaraz. But I will say this, I'm not as sure about Alcaraz right now. But that could all change, of course. Could even change in 24 hours. I mean, if he wins tomorrow and Novak doesn't, then suddenly... Oh, what a winner that is from Rinderknech. 3-2, he leads now. And subscribe as well, people. Like and subscribe. That's the motto. Subscribe, people, and hit the like button. By the way, Rinderknech's coach looks like Ben Foster. I'm sure many of you aren't familiar with Ben Foster, but former Manchester United and Derby County and Watford goalkeeper, who I think is now plying his trade at Wrexham. Anyway, I go off at a tangent. Yeah, I mean, Stefanos Tsitsipas, potential quarterfinalist, tomorrow, Shapovalov. I'm not sure who he might play in the 4th round, but then I think both of them actually could have had worse draws, but could have had better ones. Yeah, as is often the case. But yeah, David Fokina for Novak tomorrow probably wouldn't be your ideal 3rd round opponent, but from the 3rd round onwards, you potentially are going to run into some pretty tough ones and a seed at that. I'm just not sure who Carlos will get in the 4th round. Okay, Rinderknech, Fritz. 2-3, Taylor Fritz serving. The bottom half of the draw on the men's side, definitely. And the women's, well, maybe Iga as well. I think Ostapenko losing, maybe a small help. I don't think Iga needs that many helps, but I think she had a possible 3rd round with Ostapenko, a possible 4th round with Barbora Krejcikova. That would have been tricky, but those two are out of the way, and I don't really see anyone stopping Iga before the semis anyway. So there, right now I would anticipate a semi-final with Rybakina, but although Rybakina, I think, will get to that semi-final, I don't have as much conviction as I do about Iga, and therefore Iga's got to be the hot favorite for the women's title. Men's side, it's got to be Novak or Carlos, really. And in a way, for tennis's sake, I hope that they end up meeting in that semi-final. But I'd also be up for a couple of shocks tomorrow. I don't mind if Shapo and Davidovich win and then just blow the whole tournament apart. I'd be delighted at that, and it'd be a free-for-all. See some more crazy matches like today's between Sinner and Altmaier. What do we think about that one, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, Taylor Fritz serving. 30 love. Backhand return. Forehand Taylor Fritz, but it's not necessary because it's gone long, so it's 40 love. Did we get many people hitting the like button? We got up to 10 likes. Can we get to 11? Goes long with the first serve. He did. Davidovich Fokina beat him in Monte Carlo. Yeah. You're a Sinner fan, are you, Ashley? Yeah. I mean, I was kind of heart-joyed as well, or rejoiced as well from Altmaier. But yeah, I didn't have a preference in that match. It was just the way Altmaier reacted to the victory. That's a fault there from Taylor Fritz. So 40-15 second serve. I also had Sinner beating Medvedev in the quarterfinals, so that obviously didn't age so well. We're only at the third round and they're both out. 2 hours, 28 minutes on the clock, and we are now at 3 games all. Those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hey, we're up to 2,040 subscribers. We've just gained our first subscriber of this live stream. So whoever you are, thank you. Okay, Taylor Fritz is back in this rally, by the way, although that's a nice winner there from Rinderknech. 3-all, 15 love. Yeah, and did you see his on-court speech afterwards? Ooh. Just shy of 2.5 hours, 15 love. Goes long on the first serve. Second serve, Taylor Fritz aggressive return is really good. Really good backhand return there from Taylor. Stepping inside the baseline and returning that with interest. By the way, Ashley, make sure you check out our Last Ball Drops show, which will be going live. Well, could be going live in about 15 minutes. The Last Ball Drops will be with Damien and I as we review the day's play. It's a daily show that we have on Talking Tennis. Oh! Taylor Fritz coming in for that drop shot and returning it also with interest, but getting a bit lucky with a little dribble over the net. He just chases this down, gets his racket on it, clips the net, and that just takes some of the wind out of it as well. Looks like Venus Williams has signed up for Birmingham. I say that because Jamie and Nick will be there covering that tournament. Ooh, Taylor Fritz is in charge of this rally. 15-40, ladies and gentlemen. 15-40. 2 break points for the American. Huge moment in the match. Biggest point of the match coming up right now. American flag being waved in the crowd. 15-40, 3 games all. Here we go. Where are you going with this serve? Go to the tee, backhand return. At least he's got the first serve in. Very much the aggressor in this point and reaps the reward, 30-40. 30-40, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, coming up very, very, very shortly. As soon as this match is over, I will be switching over and joining Damien for the last ball drops. Kerber says she's coming. I think she's coming back for one of the German grass court tournaments. I'm led to believe Bad Homburg. An ace from Rinderknech, punching the air, but celebrating more like a footballer than a tennis player, if that makes sense. Deuce. Very direct question there, Ghosty. I heard that she's going to be returning. I think it's called Bad Homburg, a grass court tennis in about 2 or 3 weeks. Grass court tournament in about 2 or 3 weeks. Good first serve there from Rinderknech, but what a return that is from Taylor Fritz. Advantage to the American. 3rd break point. Third break point. What do we think? Do we think I'm going to stay awake for the whole of the last ball drops with Damien? Am I going to survive? Backhand, forehand from Taylor. They're exchanging forehands at the moment as they both going cross court. Now it's switched up to the backhand of Taylor. It's a pretty decent backhand. He's going to do a drop shot, and it works! Taylor Fritz breaks! Whoa, Taylor Fritz, take a bow. 4-3 he leads. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, people. And I'm going to remind you of our show coming up very, very, very soon.
Coming to you every evening, night, day, depending on where you are in the world, will be the last ball drops. This will be a show on talking tennis as soon as that ball drops on the last match of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, or night at Roland Garros, probably on Philippe Chatrier. We will go live with a review of the day's play. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way, as soon as we go live, you'll get the notification, you can come and join us, and you'll get to hear the thoughts of people such as Mario, Damien, Jack, Nick, many more, maybe even me from time to time. You know the drill. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon.
And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. 4-3, Taylor Fritz leads, serving for a very, very significant 5-3 lead. Can he hold serve? Make sure you hit the like button as well, people. 4-3, Taylor Fritz goes long on the first serve, does he? Yes, he does. Good to see the audience figures are growing for this particular show. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new and come and join us as well for the last ball drops, which will be live as soon as this match finishes. Forehand, Taylor Fritz. Forehand, Rinderknech. Oh, Taylor Fritz goes into the net. Love 15. Hey, Nerlan. Not bad. Great to see you on board. Make sure you join us as well, Nerlan, for the last ball. What's it called? The last ball drops. You know what I mean. I'll probably post it in the in the live chat.
And I'll pin it as well. How about that? I'll post and pin. By the way, Taylor Fritz is love 15 on his serve. Big forehands, though, from the American. Forehand now from Rinderknech, switching up. They're now on the backhands. But Taylor's got a fairly easy forehand. Doesn't put it away. Does Rinderknech take advantage? No, he doesn't. 15 all. 15 all, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so let me post and pin. I'll put this in the live chat now. So this is the link for the last ball drops. There we go. I'll put that in the chat. We'll pin it as well. Okay, just having a quick look at a poll, by the way, on I've got there going. Are you watching the match as well or not? By the way, Rinderknech now is at 15:30. So yeah, I've pinned that. So that's the way you can join us immediately afterwards for the last ball drops with Damien and I. The crowd are getting into this right now. There's a kid in the crowd going, calm down. I don't know if they're American or not. Anyway, 15:30, Taylor Fritz serving. Where are you going with this one? You're going down the tee, but you're going long. That's where you're going. So it's a second serve for Rinderknech to look at, but he has upped his second serve rating at least since the pretty poor first set. Backhand return. Forehand, is that going to be good enough to win the point? It is. What a big forehand that was from Taylor. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Rinderknech couldn't live with that one. Not sure many people could have done, to be fair. 30 all. $30 all, ladies and gentlemen. Good stats there from Ghosty. Thank you for that. Oh, he's gone too big and wide on that forehand. It's a break point for Rinderknech. By the way, Rinderknech, it's a bit of the Lopez, no? Feliciano Lopez looks to Rinderknech, no? Do they not look a little similar? Okay, 30-40. Taylor Fritz serving. Where are you going with this one? You are going to bounce it. That's what you're going to do. And then you are going down the tee, forehand return. Taylor Fritz on the forehand. Backhand Rinderknech. Backhand Taylor. Backhand Rinderknech. Backhand Taylor. Forehand Rinderknech. Huge pressure now on the American. Backhand Taylor. Forehand Rinderknech. Goes big on the forehand. Good defensive shot, though, from Taylor Fritz. But Rinderknech breaks. 4 games all, ladies and gentlemen. 4 games all. To the delight of the home crowd. They are dancing and going, buh, 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 buh. You know, you got it. So 4 games all now. Fritz has squandered the break advantage that he had. And Rinderknech will serve for a 5-4 lead. Taylor getting his composure back. Why isn't this on Chatrier? Good question. Good question. Okay, Rinderknech serving. 4. With this serve, forehand return from Taylor. Forehand Rinderknech. Backhand Taylor. Forehand Rinderknech. Now it's Rinderknech who's wielding the forehands incredibly. Incredibly. 15 love. Bum, ba, ba, ba. $2 p.m. meeting, Ghosty, no worries. Oh, forehand goes into the net this time, though, from Rinderknech. 15 all.
See you soon, Ghosty. Make sure you check out, you might not be able to join us live. It'll depend on when it is. Oh, what about this for a point? How's it going to pan out? We've got a smash here have we, for Taylor? And he puts it away, 15-30. See you soon, Ghosty, and make sure you check out Damien and I's show, even if you do it retrospectively. And you can always get in the comment section below if you can't watch us live. But that is to come. In the present, Rinderknech is 15-30 on his serve. Okay, Rinderknech, first serve. Where are you going to go with this one? You are going to go to the backhand of Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz now on the forehand, and it's enough to win the point. Rinderknech go for the serve and volley, and it's 2 break points for the American. He's already had a 1 break advantage lead that was squandered. Taylor Fritz was 4-3 up with a break. Are we going to get our 3rd break of serve in a row? Double break point. 15-40. Rinderknech, how's your nerve? You saved a couple of break points as well recently before you eventually did get broken. Okay, here we go. Goes long on the first serve. That's good news for Taylor. Good news for Taylor Fritz. This time, forehand return. Good forehand return from Taylor. Now he's in charge of the point. And the drop shot from Taylor. Oh, boy. And he wins the point. He wins the game. He will serve for the match and a place in the 3rd round.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for potentially the climax of this match. Backhand return from Rinderknech. Forehand. Oh, Rinderknech has won the first point with a nice little volley there. Oh, nice one, Monsieur Rinderknech. Love 15 on the Taylor Fritz serve. Taylor Fritz is serving for a place in the next round. He's already had a break advantage in this set. Is he going to let it go again? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Whew. Oh, but this time it's an unreturnable. 15 all. 15 all, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Taylor Fritz goes long and wide on the first serve. So second serve for
Rinderknech to look at. 15 all. Taylor Fritz serving, trying to compose himself before taking this second serve. Probably compose himself because there seems to be some commotion within the crowd. The umpire has her hand in the air to try and get everyone to calm down. Okay, Taylor, where are you going with this one? Still waiting for some calmness, and now he's gesticulating and complaining to the umpire. Calm down. S'il vous plaît. Still seems to be some commotion. Okay, Taylor Fritz now about to serve his second serve. So this, of course, was between two serves, which is the part of the frustration, no doubt, for the American. Forehand return. Now it's Taylor on the forehand. Forehand to forehand. Taylor mixing up. So it's backhand. Rinderknech. Did he clip the line or did that go out? No, it went out. 30-15. 30-15. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Taylor Fritz serving. 30-15. 2 points away from victory. Okay, Taylor, where are you going with this one? You are going to the backhand. Forehand, Taylor Fritz. Forehand drop shot from Rinderknech, clips the net and just goes over the net. So it's 30 all. 30 all, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Take a breath. Okay, Taylor, 30 all. Where you go with this serve? You are going to go to the forehand, but you go into the net. So actually it doesn't materialize. 30 all. Taylor Fritz serving. Where are you going with this one? You are going to backhand. That was a wicked bounce, that was. Forehand, Taylor Fritz. Forehand, Rinderknech. Backhand now across court. Backhand to backhand. Right now, backhand exchanges. Good backhands, though, from Rinderknech. Good backhand from Fritz, to be fair, as well. Backhand slice now from Rinderknech, trying to mix it up. Not a bad decision, as it turned out. Who's going to break down first? Who's going to blink first? It's going to be Rinderknech. He was trying to change direction. He goes into the net. It is 40-30. After 2 hours and 49 minutes, we have our first match point, and it is for Taylor Fritz. Match point, Taylor Fritz. 40-30, he leads. Hit the like button, people. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We need subscribers. We need your support. Taylor Fritz, where are you going to go? You're going to go down the tee. Good return. They're now in the middle of a rally. Backhand, Taylor Fritz. Forehand, Rinderknech. Backhand, Taylor Fritz. Backhand, Rinderknech. Forehand, Taylor Fritz. Good shot down the line, though, from Rinderknech. They're in the middle of a rally. Drop shot from Rinderknech. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Taylor Fritz now scurries back. It's gone out, and Taylor Fritz has won. And he's not happy with the crowd. He's going, shh, shh, come on. He is really going to get on the nerves of the crowd. He has won. Couldn't contain his frustration, if you like, or his joy, or his anger. I don't know what. You could say a mixture of the lot. He's going, shush, 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 shush. I will shush too, because I have to now switch over and join Damien for the last ball drops. I'm going to write that again in the live chat for you so you can get a hold of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zverev is through. Zverev is through. Yes, Zverev is also through. He won earlier. Here is the in the live chat. Here is a link. Click that link right now, and in about 2 minutes, Damien and I will be live. Everybody, thank you for joining. Thanks for stopping by. You know the drill. Come and join Damien and I in a few seconds for the last ball drops. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe
and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Coming to you every evening, night, day, depending on where you are in the world, will be The Last Ball Drops. This will be a show on talking tennis as soon as that ball drops on the last match of the day, morning, afternoon, evening or night at Roland Garros, probably on Philippe Chatrier. We will go live with a review of the day's play. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way, as soon as we go live, you'll get the notification, you can come and join us, and you'll get to hear the thoughts of people such as Mario, Damien, Jack, Nick, many more, maybe even me from time to time. You know the drill. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon.